Hello, chemistry, and welcome back to the BBB broadcast. Thanks for tuning in. Today we are going to talk about quite a big sport or activity here at our school, speech and debate.
Yeah, I think most people have heard of it in some capacity, but sometimes the details can still seem a little enigmatic. I've definitely felt this way, so I think that, a large portion of us might feel this way as well. Like, why are they always having a good time? What are they doing in Miss Rose's room, always so busy, huh? Why are they always gone for events? All valid curiosities that I have profoundly pondered as well. So today we have our good friend Kinsley here, Kinsley Gold, the one and only, to talk about, what are your events, Kinsley?
My present event is policy debate, though I have also done humorous interpretation as well as public forum debate.
You are humorous, Kinsley.
Thank you.
Of course. And fortunately, also, Colton is in speech and debate. Whoa! If I had a sound effect, I would insert it here. So he will be sharing his experience regarding the whole thing, and also, what are your events?
Well, this year I'm trying out some new things, debating, but I have been in extemp and dramatic interpretation and impromptu, so over the years.
How cool is that? Just so we've got a good, we're getting a big portion of, the events that are within speech and debate here, and Kinsley you went to nationals, right?
I did.
Yes, Kinsley went to nationals.
I got to participate in a debate event that we don't actually offer at the school. That was extemporaneous debate.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it just kind of gave me a little more experience.
And they served and ate really hard. So anyway, that was a really cool experience, and our speech and debate team is literally the best in the state. So if you are going to do speech and debate, girl, it's here. So good.
Yeah.
And both of you guys are seniors, so
Yes.
You've been doing this for a while. So you should be pretty qualified to answer the few questions that we got going on.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So what's the basic premise of, speech and debate? It is a club, so why do, you do it? What motive and what skills do you have that makes you good at this? Why do you like to do it?
I first joined speech and debate when I transferred to the school my sophomore year. I didn't know a lot of people, I didn't have a ton of friends, and I wasn't really involved in any school activities. But I saw a poster one day, and I went down to the old speech and debate room, and it was almost instantaneously that I made a ton of new friends, and that was when I got involved with public forum, and it was just incredible how quickly, you develop public speaking skills and just so many incredible communication abilities that I feel is sort of enhance your performance in school as well. I know that we do debates in school.
But it really does help you. I remember the first time that I read a piece of writing that Kinsley wrote, I was like, what is this person on that I don't write like this? That's crazy. And then the way that they conduct themselves so eloquently, and just the words that they're able to employ just at a moment's notice, I was like, what is this power? And it was speech and debate. So if you join speech and debate, you will, one, get a lot of friends and become really good at writing and public speaking. So what was your reason for doing
similar
debate?
experience? So I didn't join when I was a freshman, even though I was told that it would be a really great thing for me to do, a good place to learn and to meet some new people.
But then you caved in.
Yes, I
Yeah.
caved in. I had so I was drawn to a lot of people who were in that group. They have certain skills and characteristics that are just they're really cool things. I think people, they have more confidence, and they have those abilities to just kind of either analyze quickly on the fly, or they know a lot about certain topics and they can go into a lot of depth. And I was like, I want to be like that. I want to gain some confidence, so then if I'm performing anything, I can use that. And I wanted that, place to just build all of that.
Yeah. So speech and debate is obviously categorized into both speech and debate. And within those two, genuses, there's a bunch of species of, events. So what what are some of those events and how do they relate back to either speech or debate?
Oh boy, let me lay them out for you.
Kinsley's gonna lay them out.
In the debate side of things, at least in our state, we offer policy debate, public forum debate, as well as Lincoln Douglas debate. Those are the only 3 debates that we offer. And then when you go over to the speech side, you have memorized public address, original oratory, you have informative, humorous interpretation, dramatic interpretation, duo interpretation, which can be either humorous or dramatic. Then there's short preps, which are going to be extemporaneous speech, not extemporaneous debate.
Yeah.
And then
impromptu.
Thank you. And all of those are, I think, best suited for like different groups of people, or they like give you certain skills once you like perform them for a while. So with debate and impromptu and extemporaneous, like your short prep events, all of those enhance or grant people a lot of analytical prowess, and they're very helpful for people who want to go into any career that like needs like analytics, to have like resources found,
Diplomacy as well.
Diplomacy, just anything that's like commonly considered like academic in nature.
And these sound like a lot of like big words basically when you're describing them, but there are coaches for each like one of these events, and sometimes they do like a few events that will help you and teach you how to do this, and also older students like Colton and Kinsley who will kind of like bring you along with it, so you're not just being like thrown into a den of wolves. It's like, it's not as scary as it sounds. There is a lot of support to help you learn how, and you're not expected to be good at it right off the bat, so you don't be like, oh, if I'm not already amazing at public speaking, I'm not going to do speech and debate. Like, that's not the case. It's a really supportive environment, and really I mean, Kinsley and Colton are really nice, so like, why wouldn't you want to come hang with them, you know? Okay.
It is a really supportive environment.
Yeah.
It's very common for teams to refer to themselves as a family, but I've never been a part of a team that is like truly as warm and welcoming as speech and debate. And there are so many people there to teach you new things and lift you up and like even help you in school. Like, I had some friends who were like a couple years older than me on the club who were able to like help me out with my English work or like my science, but they were also helpful to like furthering me in my event. Because when I first started debate, I was not good on it. I didn't stage, I didn't win very many rounds either.
And now you're like a weapon.
Oh,
like, I am scared. I never want to be on the opposing end of any discussion with Kinsley Gold.
You bet.
So I always want to be on Kinsley Gold's team, okay? Because, good Lord. Anyway, so thank you for sharing that. That's a great experience, and it really sounds great for prospective members. And is everything, obviously you're on a team, and some events are done by yourself, but which ones can you have with a partner?
So our partner events are, there's 2 debating events, so public forum and policy debate. And then we also have on the speech side of things, it's the duo, and that's it, right?
That is just it, yeah.
Okay, so there's 3 partner events.
Yeah, so if you are not comfortable with like starting out doing something on your own, you can always just like, you could start with a partner event, get good at that, and then be like, oh, maybe I'm good at XYZ. Like, it's totally, there's a bunch of ways that you could go with that. So what do the meets look like, and how often are they? Like, what kind of a time commitment is this? Like,
okay, I will say that speech and debate is, depending on what event you do, obviously, a more time-consuming sport. There are tournaments almost every single weekend. Sometimes kids stay for like 45 minutes after school. Sometimes, especially like older members, can stay upwards of 3 hours practicing and like refining their cases. But it is all about what events you do. But yeah, I think the total duration of the season is about 16 weeks, is it?
Yeah, so we have a break for the Christmas break, and then we come back in the spring for until February. So.
And what do like the meets look like? Like, you get bussed over there. Like, what is the setup of a typical speech and debate meet?
Yeah.
You want me to answer this one?
Sure.
So, because For a while, our team has been pretty small, so we just have like the one bus, but that's not entirely unusual for sports here. We go all around the state, again, pretty common with our sports. And then when you actually arrive at the meet, typically we have, sometimes we'll stay the night, and then, or like sometimes we have to get there like 2 hours early because it takes
It's
a long,
fun.
takes a
Some
long
fun
time
stuff
to
happens.
put a suit
speech
on.
and debate meets. Yeah.
But also it's a lot less sweaty. So, but once you get there, you just go to another school, you are inside the school, you're debating and doing, like, giving speeches in their classrooms.
You can make friends with people from other schools
You
too.
can
and
make
teams.
friends
That's great.
from other
Yeah.
schools, yeah.
Although they are, because Columbia Falls is the resident apex predator in speech and debate.
For a class.
Yeah. We're serving. Anyway. And then I guess this is the big one. How do we sign up? You know, who do we go to? Can you join as a senior?
Super easy. Miss Rowe, all you have to do is go to her room, say, I want to join speech and debate. She'll have you fill out a Google form, and that's about it. And it's super easy to join no matter what year you're in. We have freshmen, sophomores, juniors. We even had someone join, I think, a season or two ago who joined, like, the very tail end of the season. It was Caleb Donsback. And he did exceptionally well. He, like, placed top 8 at state, and Extemp it was, right?
I think, yeah.
There's hope for everyone. Speech and debate is a very welcoming, open environment. They want people to join, so it's, and I guess closing thoughts. So if you're interested, go see Miss Rowe. Super easy to sign up. You get to hang out with cool people like Colton Kinsley. Not me, unfortunately. Just kidding. I know, so sad. But anyway, can you guys share one highlight from your last season of Speech and Debate?
You want to go first?
Go for it.
Highlight. So we always have our seniors give their speeches at the end of the year. They don't have to, I don't think. But a lot of them really like to, and they talk about the experience they've had and like all their memories usually, and those can be a little emotional, but like it's very powerful and memorable moments in your life to like hear those perspectives from people who are graduating, and a lot of those are my favorite moments at the end of the year, to hear from the seniors.
Oh my gosh, that's so sappy, but that's so cute.
It is like super sappy, and especially when it's people who have oftentimes been doing speech or debate for like 2, 3, 4 years. It's like you've gotten good at speaking, and now you're using it to make everyone in the room cry.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna be you guys.
It is going to be.
It'll be really sad. I'm gonna go to all of their speech and debate awards. So yes.
I think my favorite moment from last season. Not so much a moment, but our state tournament was held in Sydney, Montana, which is essentially Sydney, North Dakota. And
all the way, so Montana is like, it's giving like, you know, this shape. Sydney is like all the way over here.
We're like,
so, yeah.
And at first I was really, really dreading it because it was state.
It's like a 20-hour bus ride, girl.
And it took us 2 days to get there, and the whole time Braden Crawford was singing Lever and Haver, Haver and Lever. And
but then you served, so it was worth it.
Served every other tournament other than state, but the trip there was, I really didn't want to be on a bus, but then it ended up being super, super fun, and we made a blanket fort in the back seat.
That's really cool, actually.
It was good until we had to tear it down because it was a driving range around. But it was... Like, the buses to speech and debate tournaments are always so much fun because, like, even though, like, you're nervous, you have so many people who are, like, supportive of you and want to help you around. It's just, like, really awesome. I think they're, like, the most fun bus trips.
Yeah. Speech and debate people are probably some of the most fun people. I can probably guarantee you that at least one of your classes you have somebody who does speech and debate. Oh, yeah. So just ask around. They're, you know, they do it because they love the sport. And so they'd probably be super happy to talk with you about it. Or you can definitely talk to either Colton or Kinsley or me, and then I can direct you back to either Colton or Kinsley. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us. We love Kinsley.
Thank you for joining.
And we like Colton. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Have a great day, and go Wildcats. Oh my gosh, Kinsley, you got it.
Pick up quick.